A new update concerning DNA has been found out. You know, that is why I like science. As long as we keep living in this life, as long as every new day keep coming up, new science will keep coming up. So for people that this issue of DNA has break their home, watch this video. In fact, if you know that friend or if you know that family member that is still doubting that this child could not be his or could be his, that still wants to go and do DNA or has already done DNA and the doctor or the DNA confirms that the child is not his own, please send this person this video to watch, because he could be making a very huge mistake. He could be using his hand to break his home. Yes, a new DNA has been found, or a new update about DNA has been found out that your child may not be carrying your DNA, but it does not mean that it is not, that child, that baby is not your child. Yes, a doctor has come out to explain this thing, that this is, when this issue of DNA came out, a lot of Nigerians, in fact, it broke a lot of homes. The news are online, so many homes that it broke. So many men chase their wife out of their home. So many men abandon their children. They do not know that those children, because how can you conduct 3 children, 3 of your children DNA, and none, not even one, is your DNA, and you fully know that these children in one way or the other resemble you, but because a paper or one DNA that you went and checked in one hospital has told you that these children are not yours, you carried it, and for that you forsake your family. Better come and watch this explanation that this doctor, experienced doctor, has done. This is something that so many hospitals will not tell you, because they want to collect money from you and tell you what you want to hear. Now if your family now wants to scatter, it is up to you. Watch this video so that you will know new updates that science has bring out concerning DNA. Watch this doctor explain what he has to explain.
Interesting case I'm bringing your way today. I have to sit on my table to discuss this because I've been following this case for months. I would have brought this case for you, but it took a long time before I could convince this father here, before I could convince him to do this video. So please listen very carefully. Now, I want to tell you that it is not all paternity tests, all DNA tests that they say is negative, that's actually negative. Listen very carefully. You are suspecting that you are not the father of a child, and then you go ahead and carry out a DNA test or paternity test, and they say it's negative. I want to tell you a condition that is very rare in medicine that I came across. Very, very interesting. Now, the man sitting behind me here, this is the consent form. He has actually filled the consent form and given us his consent to do this video. So there's nothing like you are bringing, or there's no, what do you call it, secrecy in medicine again. There's secrecy, but he has given his consent so that we'll be able to educate you, because this thing has led to marital disharmony. This thing has led to breakage of many marriages. Okay, now I want to ask him, do you give your consent for us to do this video?
Yes, I do. You can go ahead, sir.
He said we can go ahead. Now, my first encounter with him, of course, this is the first child we'll be having. My first encounter with him was that they brought the baby to the hospital, and then for another thing entirely. But he just requested that he wants to do the blood group of the child. He's B positive, the wife is B positive. Now, the baby came out to be B negative, which I explained to him that it is possible. You can be B positive, your wife can be B positive, and your baby will be B negative. It is possible that you are still the father of the child. But he was not satisfied with my explanation. I tried to explain to him the possibility of resource incompatibility. All right, your baby may not be positive if you are positive, but he was not satisfied. He went ahead to do maternity tests, and lo and behold, the DNA shows that his DNA and the DNA of the baby, they don't match. And then this led to a great problem in the family between him and wife. Now, this woman swore with her entire life that he is the father of this child. Then is there a possibility that the child could have been exchanged where the woman gave birth? That was another option. But then they went there. He was the only one who delivered there. So there's no possibility that the child could have been exchanged. And so the case was referred to a teaching hospital. I had to follow up this matter for months. And we discovered something very, very rare in medicine that we call chimerism. Chimera. This masseted hair is a chimera. Who is a chimera? Now, chimeras are people that carry double DNA. They have their own DNA and they have other DNA. What do I mean? When they were inside the womb, okay, when their mother was carrying them, they were actually twins. Twins. But then one of the twins probably died early in pregnancy. So the second twin will absorb the other twin that died. And so that twin that not survived, the only one that not survived, now will be carrying two genetic materials, his own DNA and the DNA of the twin brother or twin sister. Okay? Now, if that person is born, that person will be a chimera, meaning that it's carrying two genetic materials, just like this man here. So, if the person now meets with his wife, it can happen in both male and female. If the person now meets with his wife, instead of the child to carry the DNA of the father and the mother, now the child did not carry the DNA of this person because the possibility that the child will carry the second DNA that this man is having was high. And that was what happened in this case. The child carried the DNA of the second twin of the father. More reason why they felt that the DNA test or the paternity test was negative. So we call it a false positive paternity test, or a false positive, or a false negative rather. Because they say it's negative, be a false negative DNA result. Because it's not actually negative, it's still the father of the child, but because it's a chimera. Okay? So, if you are a father, you are doubting, or probably you have left your wife, please help us share this video. Because a lot of people have left their marriages because they felt they are not the father of the child. What if they were actually chimeras? What if they were actually chimeras? So, please help us share this video. It can help save a marriage. It can help save a relationship. So, not only you want this knowledge. I said it's very interesting because I followed it off followed the case off for months. And then I'm happy that we have come to the end of the story. Because it's real. I usually read it in books, but now I see that it is real. Chimeras are there. You can carry your phone and browse and read about them. There are people born chimeras and they don't know that they are chimeras. Okay, so it has created a lot of trouble in marriages. So
have you heard it now? Now, do you know about this until today that you have watched it? Even me, myself, I do not know about this until I come across this. So if you know that your friend that has chased away his wife and his children, claiming that they are not his, better tell him to go and bring back his children and his wife and beg them. Yes, he needs to beg them because it is his fault. You need to make proper research. Even if they conduct a DNA and they say that their child is not yours, you're not even supposed to take it like that. You're supposed to go to another hospital. And besides, where did you check it? Is it not in Nigeria? You are trusting the medication and the hospital of this Nigeria. I do not say that we do not have good hospital, or that some of these cases are not true, but come on, you need to be very, very sure, because this is like a life decision to cast away your children and your wife that you people already have a good relationship with. This is something that you need to check up to like 3 times in 3 different hospitals. Check all possibilities. Now this new one has come out now, even though it is a rare cases, but then it is still an important factor to play. So you need to check all these things. So that's why if you check in a hospital and they say that this the child is not yours, that it is a negative paternity test, very good, you need to check another hospital and make sure that these hospitals are qualified, that they have the exact equipment to conduct this. Because I've never seen in all of this that I need to see online, I've never seen someone that say, okay, I went for paternity test and they tell me that the child is mine. I've never seen one person. All the tests are coming out negative. Does that mean that everybody's wife is cheating on them? Okay, let's look for another angle, because this doctor mentioned the idea of switching babies in the hospital. Do you know that men do not even consider that one? Once the hospital tell them that the child is not theirs, dey grow already. Now, do you know that as you are conducting DNA with that child, that the mother also need to be present there too, so that they will take her own sample and also conduct a DNA with the child too, so that they will know whether the child also belongs to the woman. Yes, because if it is a baby that was swapped in the hospital, the DNA of that baby and your wife's own will not match. It will not match, which shows that none of you owns the baby. That is not your true baby, but that's the baby that you carried from the hospital back to your. But some men do not, they do not even wait for that one. All they want to hear is that their wife is cheating on them. It is not even about the motive. So please, because of this thing has caused a lot of issue in Nigeria, I thought it wise to come and publish this video so that everybody will see it and get wise. In case you have already done or you have already made the mistake, there is still time to correct it, to go to proper hospital, go to like 2 or 3 hospitals and check it. You may be surprised that it is not what it is. You may be surprised that that child or those children are actually yours, and you will be misled all this while. Before you realize it, it may be too late for you. Yes, it may be too late, because it takes 2 to raise children, and when you leave it for only the woman to take care of, maybe by the time you realize your mistake, those children are already grown up. I do not know the repercussion that you will face, but I am very, very sure that it will not be good. So please share this video for enlightenment, because as you are sharing it, others are watching it, and this thing, because so many people, even so many hospitals, do not know about this factor that you just watch now. So share it to your family members, anybody at all, even people that you don't even, that don't have children yet, so that they will know, because very soon the government will introduce a paternity test for every hospital. Just at birth, once you are giving birth, they are conducting part, and once you start like this, it will be massive home breaking. So you need to have the right information so as not to make mistake. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like and share and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to turn off our post notification so that you'll be getting notification once our video drop, because once our video drop, you know that it is very, very important something coming.